There has been breaking news in the education community. Ms. Autumn Fox is on the scene at Jacobs Elementary School. Take it away, Autumn.
Yes, thank you, Miss Tina. Today I am here at Jacobs Elementary School, and where I have learned all about the new and improved field-based learning. So this is a new strategy that teachers are starting to implement more in their classrooms. It is allowing students to be able to be more hands-on learners instead of just hearing those lectures over and over and over again. It's just a new way that teachers are being able to get students involved, and research shows that this has been a tremendous outbreak. It has helped so many students, and it's even been brought into different subjects, because whenever you think of hands-on learning, you normally only think of science or things of that sort, but people have been able to integrate it more in English and things like that, and more so rather than just field experience. They're branching out and going more towards, the teacher just gives them a little bit of background, and kids go out and do their own thing in their own environment, or even in their backyard at home, doing leaf projects and things of that sort. It's allowing children to be able to explore the many realms of things that they love and they enjoy, and be able to learn in the best way possible for them through hands-on learning. The benefits of this are allowing students to be able to connect that knowledge with the lectures and with the worksheets, with all of those wonderful things that teachers incorporate into their classrooms, so children can better use them in the real world. I am here talking with Miss Shannon. She is a 4th grade science teacher, and she is going to be explaining more about how her role as a teacher and how her students' role are during this new field-based learning. Okay, Miss Shannon?
Thank you, Autumn. My name is Mrs. Shannon. As a teacher in this new and improved field-based learning, I give my students resources to prepare them for their hands-on learning activity. I generally give my students scholarly websites for them to find information that will help them succeed in their field learning. The role of my students are to problem solve and think critically in order to complete the tasks that are required of them through me, to ensure they have learned the topic thoroughly, not just flew through the content to get past the lesson.
Thank you so much, Miss Shannon. See, as Miss Shannon stated, the teachers they work alongside of the students, not rather just telling them what to do, just telling them to listen to them. This is called a partnering strategy, and partnering has become very effective in the classroom because it goes a lot along with Vygotsky's social learning, where children just interact with one another and learn from one another, and they use that zone of proximal development that Vygotsky talks about, which is where, children at certain ages are in that certain zone of proximal, and they just need to learn along these levels in order to achieve success. There are several benefits of the field-based learning. Like I stated earlier, children they seem to know how to use the knowledge in real-world situations. They are able to grab onto those and just grasp them so tightly and just keep them within the realm of their brain, for the rest of their lives. And they know how to use it more rather than just reading it out of a textbook. Another thing is, by teachers collaborating, they're working alongside of students, so students feel like they are more responsible for their learning, and children want that responsibility. They want to feel like they have a voice in their learning, and through this they have a voice because the process just goes, from teacher to student, and so, students are able to just get a quick brief view from their teachers, just like Miss Shannon stated. She gives her students just research that students can just use to improve their prior knowledge on what they are going outdoors to learn about, because just being in nature is just one thing that allows students to just be able to connect with the world and just grasp, and students can even interact with other individuals in the community. Students could do volunteer work or anything like that for field-based learning, so that students can learn to show compassion and learn about different cultures in their community. And another major point is, though all of these things are good, there may be a few disadvantages to this, because due to COVID-19 right now in the world, students just can't get out. They can't go places. They can't do things. And so that's really putting a restriction on teachers right now. So teachers, but they can implement the virtual, field experiences, the virtual type. Even though it's not the same, students are still getting to visit those through the visuals, through those just mental capacities. It's just building on their metacognition. They're thinking about things as they're looking at them and asking themselves questions. But overall, field-based learning is something that teachers really need to just implement into their classrooms, because it really, really can help. And research shows that, there have been numerous researchers look at this field-based learning, and not only does Vygotsky's theory support this, so does Piaget's, because Jean Piaget, he just said that, kids just learn more whenever they get their hands involved. And I personally am a hands-on learner, so whenever I was in school, by me just being able to touch things, just be able to manipulate things the way that I needed to manipulate them to learn, just helped me tremendously. But I just wanted to share this new outbreak in the education community with each and every one of you, because this is just a huge, huge deal, and it'll end up helping children all over, not just in the United States, just everywhere in the entire world, just get out and learn for themselves and just work alongside of their teachers rather than feeling bossed around or things like that. So I'm going to give it back to you, Miss Tina, and thank you again.
For giving us this wonderful education news update. Now, we will go back to regular paid programming until 10, when we will air for our regular scheduled news. This is Mrs. Tina reporting from Fox 13 News. Thank you, and have a great evening.